to the third video in my weight loss vlog. Today it is February 19th and I weigh 253 pounds. This is a 1 pound increase from my last video from a week ago, but I'm not very worried about it. Weight fluctuations happen, and I did binge a couple of days since my last video, but I don't think that I'm going to be falling off the road or anything like that. Hopefully, at least, fingers crossed, But, man, I haven't been hiking since February 4th, and hiking is like my happy place. The weather's just been pretty bad, and it's either too cold or it's been really muddy. I don't usually mind hiking when it is cold, but when you add wind on top of that, that's when I'm like, no, my body just can't handle this. But the weather seems to be getting a little better, so I'm going to try to hike tomorrow morning. I don't see why I wouldn't, but, just in case something crazy happens and I can't, that's why I say probably. So I've decided that I should probably be documenting on these vlogs what my exercise has been since the last time that I posted. So I have it in my notes here. I'm just going to go through it. Some of this, when I'm reading through it, it sounds like a lot, but none of it is actually super intense. So if you're watching this video for motivation, please know that if it sounds like a lot, that's mostly because I've been doing it a lot. You don't have to exercise as frequently or for as long as I do. I tend to do light exercises for a long period of time, but you don't have to exercise as much as someone else does or as intense as someone else does. Just do however much makes you happy and what you feel you're capable of. So that was a weird thing that I just said. I'm like, oh, I actually don't exercise that much, but I kind of exercise a lot. I don't. Depends on perspective. Anyway, so since the 11th has passed, I'm going to start from the 12th, February 12th. Okay. So on February 12th, I walked for 2.5 miles on the treadmill. Gotta get those walking gains, those calf gains up. I also did 80 pounds on the leg press. I did, oh, hello camera, you moved a little bit. 5 sets of 15. And then on February 13th, I did the Day 21 of the Arms of Steel Chair Edition by Derby. It's not a very hard exercise at all. I just try to do this daily so that I can move my body in some way daily. I'll put a link to this in the description to that program. On the 13th, I also went to a concert, and I'm saying this is of note because this concert felt like exercise. I don't know why I thought this, but I thought it was going to be a seated concert, so I wore boots. Let me tell you, 3 hours of standing at a concert in boots, not a good time. What's worse is that this is the second time I've worn boots to a concert and absolutely regretted it. I seriously need to learn my lesson. Also, it was a metal concert. Shout out to any fellow metal fans out there. So, I was headbanging, and I was, moving all around and dancing a lot. I got super into it, so it felt like exercise that day. Oh, man. And if any of you are curious about what bands I saw Brand of Sacrifice, We Came as Romans, and Era. And it was a great time. Oh, my gosh. So that was February 13th for me. It was a good day. On February 14th, I had the heaviest workout day that I have ever had. I don't know what emotional shit was going on for me this day, but I was like, I need to escape from my life and just ignore the world by exercising. Which, to be fair, it's not the worst way you can cope with your problems. So, let's see. I walked a total of 4.5 miles on the treadmill. It was not all in one go. I did take a couple of breaks. I think I went an hour and a half, then got off, and then another hour or something like that. Let us see, I lost my place. Oh, I also did 10 minutes on the stair machine. I try to always do at least 10 minutes on the stair machine every time I go to the gym. I also did 2 miles on an exercise bike, and I did 80 pounds on the leg press. I also tried to do leg extensions, but at this point my legs were burning me, so I could only do 20 pounds. And I also did my chest press. I know I mentioned in a previous video that I thought my form wasn't right, and I still think that my form isn't right, but someone told me that so long as the exercise is comfortable and doesn't hurt, then I should be fine, and luckily it doesn't hurt when I do it, like beyond like the normal amount of hurting for exercise. So I'm glad that I feel like I can still do it safely and productively, even if it might not be the perfect form. I did 5 sets of 12 at 55 pounds. I don't know if that means anything to anyone, but it was the heaviest I've ever done on the chest press. I usually would do like 40 pounds. So then, like, I took a break to do more cardio, and then I came back and I decided to do 40 pounds, and I did another, another 5 sets of 12, but this time, like, my arms were shaking. It was kind of crazy. I was like, whoa, what's happening? Because I've seen videos of people exercising or, like, lifting weights specifically, and their arms will shake, and I'm like, that has to hurt so much. But for me, it didn't hurt. It was just, like, my muscles were deciding that they didn't want to do this, and that's where they were shaking. So it was kind of cool, actually. I was like, whoa, like my arms are shaking, it doesn't hurt, it's weird. And it was a learning experience because I didn't realize that, that your muscles will be so worn out from working them like that. So it reassured me that I was getting somewhere at least. I also did some lateral raises with 5-pound weights. I have in the past tried to do lateral raises with 10-pound weights, but my arms are so weak that doing it with 10-pound weights, I think I got 2 reps in and it was very difficult, and it ended up injuring me. Like, I was sore for over a week after that, and it was not good. So I will not be doing 10-pound lateral raises anytime soon. But 5 pounds seems to be a good place for me right now. And that was the heaviest exercise day I have had so far. Would love to be able to do that again. I actually really enjoyed that. So on February 15th, I did Arms of Steel Day 23, again, very light stuff, nothing of note. I also did 2.5 miles on the treadmill, 10 minutes on the stair machine, and I did 90-pound leg presses, 4 sets of 12. On February 16th, I did Arms of Steel Day 24. On February 17th, I did Arms of Steel Day 25. I also did a mile on the treadmill, a mile on the exercise bike, and 100 pounds on the leg press, 4 sets of 12. So this was the most I've ever done on the leg press. I used to do, I think, like 40 pounds, and then one day I tried 80 pounds just to see if I could, and I was like, wait, this isn't that hard. So, like, I'm progressively trying to do more on the leg press, and I think it's not going to be too long before I'm doing like 150, maybe. So yesterday I did, or like February 18th was yesterday, and I did Arms of Steel Day 26, and I did the roamer workout from Derby, and I'll put a link to that in the description. It's very light stuff, nothing of note really. And then today I did Arms of Steel Day 27 on Derby and nothing else. I'm like trying to make myself take rest days, which is something that I never thought that I would be saying before. Like, I have to tell myself, no, you can't exercise today, you have to give your body rest. I never thought that I would be a person who would be like wanting to exercise and having to discipline myself into not doing it. So I'm really grateful for that. I used to hate exercise and I thought it was torture, and then like late last year, maybe not even late last year, maybe the beginning of this year, I suddenly developed a love for it, and like it genuinely makes me happy when I exercise. So I'm glad about that. Um, I was looking over my introduction video and I noted that I looked like pretty happy in that one. The past week, maybe even a little longer, I've been feeling pretty down in the dumps. So it's nice to be able to have that introduction video up and see that I was like actually happy back then, because I don't feel happy now. Uh, you know, sometimes when you get to feeling bad, you just feel like you're never going to get a good day again. And in my case, at least, sometimes I become convinced that I've never felt happy. It's like I just genuinely forget that I have had days where I felt okay. So I'm just hoping and waiting to see if I feel better soon. And yeah, that's about all I have to say for right now. I do hope that anyone who is watching this will exercise for at least 15 minutes today. And I hope that you drink some water and take care of yourself. And I'll see you again in a week. Bye.